My Indycar season started like this. The first time I lined up on the grid, I mean, it was very different. The cars were already there in pit lane. People are surrounding the car, a lot of people on the pit lane itself, and I didn't really know what to do. So I was walking around, trying to find my car, trying to find my crew, and it took me a while, but then I got to them and I ended up having a lot more time than what I thought I would have initially. And then it was time to get ready, time to get into the car. When I put on my helmet, and I know that that's like when I get strapped into my rocket ship, if you want. It's interesting because that's the moment when everything around me, but also within me, goes quiet. It really gives me a feeling of like, okay, I'm ready to do this and I'm ready to go all in and go racing. Unfortunately, yeah, the race didn't go quite as we expected. It was a very short race, but nonetheless, we learned a great amount, and that was what was key to us, is that we take as much experience away from each weekend. It is a new formula for me, it is a new championship, it's a new environment. So it means that I'm learning a lot of things for the first time, and I'm kind of gathering a lot of information for the first time in IndyCar. Pressure's always been part of my upbringing, has always been part of my racing. And I always felt that the more pressure I had, the better I was doing. Yes, I imagine that there are people out there trying to put extra pressure on me, but at the end of the day, they will never beat the amount of pressure that I put on myself. To come into IndyCar, obviously the aim is to do well. The aim is to race at the front. But I'm also aware that that will take time. You know, it's a new championship, it's a new constellation of drivers, but it's specifically the drivers that have been racing in IndyCar have been racing for many, many years most of the time. And they know the tracks by heart, they know the car by heart, and a lot of the times they know the teams very, very well. So for me, it's a brand new organization that I come into, which means that there'll be a lot of differences that I have to get used to, and there'll be a lot of new approaches that I have to learn. So yeah, like that's what I'm focusing on, and that's the pressure that I'm putting on myself. I just want to do well and learn as quickly as possible. Qualifying in Phoenix has been great. It was a surprise though, in many ways. I was surprised to see us up there. I obviously went out first, so there was very little expectation on my end. Everybody told me, yeah, probably track evolution, so don't be too surprised if other guys will go faster. But we stood up there steady, and obviously Graham went a bit quicker than me, but it was great to see us locking out the second row. Good to see that, you know, as RLL, we're up there on short ovals. I know they've had their fair share of struggles in the past on a short oval. A lot of that comes down to team efforts, and we're happy to have some key people on the team that helped us along the way to get here. But the road is long, and we're still very keen on improving and getting all the way to the top.
Quali day done, P4 today. Pretty okay. I think we can be pretty happy with that. Going in with little hope, I would say, but then actually performing pretty well. You know, I think that's the best outcome for things. But you know, looking ahead to the race now, and hopefully we'll be able to stay in a similar position to what we are at. Obviously, it's going to be tough. I think there are a couple of quick guys around us, so we'll just make the most out of it. Make the best we can, and we'll be okay.
All right, man. You got this.
That first race was insane. I tried to be open-minded, and I tried to be ready for everything, but I wasn't ready for this. That was very hectic, a lot of cars coming left, right, and especially at the start straight away. But once I found my groove, things started to become a bit better, and there were definitely a lot of points to improve. But as Ryan, and I spoke about after the race, he said, "Look, if you came back and you just did the race over again with the experience that you just gained, you would do a lot of things different." And that's true. I would do a lot of things different, and that's good to know for the next time we go out to a short oval. And the next time we go to an oval is obviously going to be Indy. So that's another one we've had the opportunity now to learn how it is to race on an oval. Next time is going to be on the big oval. So that's going to be very interesting and very challenging for sure. But I'm ready for it. I'm excited. It's a new challenge again on top of what I've already learned. But I'm sure that with the team and with everybody involved, we'll be able to make something happen and hopefully be comfortable enough to do everything the way we need to be able to drive in front. It's always hard to look into the future. It's always hard to imagine what a couple weeks down the line will look like. But for us, and for me especially, the most important thing is that I'm getting more and more comfortable with every time I get in the car. That things start to become natural and effortless. That basically I don't have to think about what I'm doing, but just have to think about all the things that we need to do to make the car faster or to drive faster, essentially. So that's the aim, and that's what we're gonna set ourselves as a goal. We obviously want to be at the top. That's where everybody wants to be. It's a hugely competitive championship as a whole, and we just want to make sure that we keep grinding, we keep working on everything we need to do to be able to end up being consistently up there. Alrighty, that's it. I'll check in with you soon again. Wish me luck and see you later.